Hey, what's up everyone? Today, we're diving into the latest political showdown in Washington, D.C. That's right, we're talking about the House GOP's massive tax and spending bill, dubbed by President Trump himself as one big, beautiful bill. So, what's in this bill, and why is it so significant? First off, this legislation aims to permanently extend Trump's 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. We're talking about new tax relief for senior citizens and eliminating taxes on tipped and overtime wages. Sounds pretty sweet, right? But wait, there's more. The bill also allocates new funding to beef up security at the US-Mexico border and enhance ICE operations. And if you thought green energy subsidies were safe, think again. A big chunk of those subsidies from Biden's Inflation Reduction Act? Poof, gone. The House GOP says these cuts target unused or duplicative funds, like neighborhood access and equity grants and sustainable jet fuel programs. Now let's talk healthcare. The bill introduces Medicaid work requirements for certain able-bodied recipients starting in December 2026. Plus, it penalizes states that allowed illegal immigrants into the Affordable Care Act expanded Medicaid population while rewarding states that did not. Yeah, it's that intense. So what's the cost of this bill? The House GOP claims it's a whopping $4.12 trillion but says it's offset by $4.29 trillion in savings. They project 2.6% economic growth over the next decade, which is a bit more optimistic than the Congressional Budget Office's estimate of 1.8%. However, the CBO also estimates the bill would add over $2 trillion to the national deficit over 10 years. Alright, here's where the plot thickens. Senate Republicans have their own ideas about this bill. Some want deeper spending cuts, while others worry about the impact on Medicaid and green energy subsidies. Following a late-night House session, the Senate started considering the bill after returning from the Memorial Day recess. House Budget Committee Chair Jody Arrington is leading the charge, boasting about almost $1.7 trillion in spending cuts, calling it the largest in American history. But not everyone's on board. Senator Josh Hawley expressed concerns about the Medicaid cuts hurting rural hospitals. Senator Ron Johnson criticized the bill for not cutting enough, saying, "They're not even scratching the surface." And then there's Senate Majority Leader John Thune, who's acknowledged discontent over individual pieces of the bill but insists, failure is not an option. We've got to get to 51 votes. Even President Trump's press secretary Caroline Leavitt defended the bill against critiques, including from Elon Musk. Yeah, Musk reportedly called the bill disgusting, highlighting even GOP divisions. So, what's the takeaway here? The House GOP is circling the wagons to push this bill through, but the Senate is likely to make significant changes. The clock is ticking with a July 4th deadline looming. This political drama is far from over, and we'll be keeping a close eye on how it unfolds. Alright, that's it for today's breakdown. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more updates. See you next time.